All righty, just waiting for Karen to jump on. There you go.
I did it.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, is she gonna make it? All right. Okay, so we're gonna just get going because this is going to move over to the IGTV. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're here to introduce you to the speakers from for the Melanated Self-Love Summit, where we're going to be focused on women of color, focusing on loving themselves first and being okay with loving themselves when they feel like they are not in love with themselves. So we're focusing all on self-love in every aspect of self-love. So a whole person approach. So I'm just going to introduce Karen really quickly. So Karen is a small business strategist and she helps women use their superpower, i.e. their God-given gifts, to build the passion-based businesses that positively impacts their world. She wants them to move past fear, confusion, frustration, and stress to start and grow a successful business using her powerful desire framework. And it allows the bosses to execute their strategic goals and action steps to realize their vision of success. So that is a little bit about Karen, but I want you all to hear what she does from her own lips. So Karen, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Thank you, Kamisha. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me. And so, as you said, I am affectionately known as the Entrepreneur's Advocate. And so I do work with womenpreneurs and solopreneurs, especially those that are looking to divest from their 9 to 5 and go full-time in a business that they love, using their God-given gifts, their superpowers, to create a business that has positive impact in the world, but also that pays them. Because there's no reason being in business if you can't get paid, right? And so it's about building the entrepreneur on 2 sides. On the personal side, which is mindset, health, everything that impacts the entrepreneur, as well as the business side. So those business fundamentals like social media marketing, your accounting, knowing your numbers, your strategy and action plans. So it's about taking the two and marrying them. You build the entrepreneur, they get to build the business. You build the business, you create impact, and then you change the world.
All right, let's go with changing the world and creating impact and doing that all from a place of confidence, which self-love plays a great part in. So before we get into these questions, I want to ask you first how you think self-love correlates to having a business that is built on passion and impact.
Well, that's a great question. And the key to it is if you love yourself, and a lot of people, we need to encourage that because as you love yourself, you gain confidence, right? You believe in what you're doing, you believe in the impact that you can create in this world and helping others. And so that is how you impact the world and you build a business. You can't build a business if you don't love yourself and you can't create impact.
Yeah, and I want to say you can't build a business that you love when you don't love yourself, because when
Right.
you are having a struggle within you, you're building your business from a false pretense as well, and you're going to end up changing it later. It's not going to be who you are authentically. So let's get into some of these self-love questions. So why? Why is self-love important to you?
Oh, well, I mean, self-love has to be important because if I don't love myself, I can't do anything for anyone else. You cannot create impact and affect change if you yourself are not willing to change. And sometimes being willing to change means that you are willing to divest yourself of those things that are not serving you. It could be people that are not edifying you or helping you grow. And so if you are putting yourself in a position where you are dynamically being impacted negatively, you're not loving yourself. And I cannot fill someone else up from an empty cup.
That is so true. And I'm glad you brought that up because I'm always thinking about and saying that it may be hard, but sometimes you got to get rid of people, places, things, and ideas, and to start really focusing on you. Those things can be so draining. And like you said, you can't fill somebody else up from an empty cup. When everything is being drained from you, you have nothing else to give anyone else, so you won't be able to impact and affect change. Oh, I love it. So the next question is, tell us about your journey with self-love and how has it shaped you?
Wow. So my journey has been, of course, over my life, right? And so when you're a child, and I've grown up with physical scars, and so having been scarred and uh, around children that teased me, that bullied me, you begin to think that you have no value, that you have no worth in this world. And it's through meeting people that could show me love anyway, that they didn't care about those scars. You begin to pick up and really realize that you do have value. So sometimes you have to understand that your value comes from the support of those around you until you can find it within yourself. And it is a journey. It's about self-exploration. It's, again, getting rid of those negative beliefs, those limitations, and really coming to the truth of who you really are and how you help people. You gain your worth and value back because you understand how you help others.
I love it. I love it. Yes. So we're going to keep going with the questions. I don't want to have you any later. So, do you have any struggle to triumph that you want to share about self-love? Going from that struggle to getting to that triumph where you overcame and it was about self-love that got you there.
Oh boy. You definitely don't start with the easy questions, huh?
No, we have no easy questions.
No, that's right.
With the easy questions, we can't give the people what they need. We got to dig
That's
into
right.
those hard questions so that they can get served.
Listen, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. So I'm going to say this. One of those struggle to triumph moments for me is, so I had a business before this one, and one of our biggest distributors took us to dinner and told us over dinner that he was becoming our largest competitor. And this was around 9/11, about a little bit before then. And so we began to struggle because we were now in competition with the person who bought and sold most of our products. And so with that, along with 9/11, people stopped traveling, they stopped going to trade shows, we stopped getting orders. And so the business struggled to the point where it was tough for me to pay our staff. And I took that really hard because I was college educated. I was the one leading the business. And at the end of the day, I wasn't able to really bring the success to help my staff put food on the table. So I took that hard and I said, I will never go into business again. I closed the business down. But I kept giving advice. People kept coming to me. They found value in my strategy. And as I taught college, I was a college professor for over 11 years. And what I learned by being that professor is that everyone didn't know what I knew, and that what I knew and my experiences were valuable. And I began to, again, serve, right? And so it's interesting because the more I served, the more my cup filled up. And so I'll say that by doing that and realizing that what I have been through was valuable, and the strategy and tactics and all of that, I've been able to feed and help other people put food on the table for their family by starting their businesses. And so there you go. That's one of my struggles to triumph moments. And that's why I'm in business today.
And in that struggle to triumph, how did self-love affect that triumph? How did self-love get you to overcome and become triumphant?
Well, that was a journey. I mean, to be honest, I did a multitude of things. I uh, did personal development. I did a lot of personal development to really begin to understand who I am at my core. I've taken different assessments to learn more about who I am and what I bring to the table, what are my strengths. So all of that has been developed into what I call the boss blueprint. So it takes all of these different assessments and creates a blueprint of who you are. And that self-love came out of really digging down to really, basically learn the truth about who Karen really is. The authentic Karen, not the one that comes out when I'm doing a presentation or in front of others trying to look good, but who I really am at my core.
I like that. You did a lot of soul searching and you didn't just, take it and sit back and watch and wait for something to happen. You actually hopped in, and I heard you say you did some assessments, you did some personal development, you did quite a few things to really, get on track and really dig into who you were authentically. And that is a great part of self-love, to be able to hop in there in that way. Oh no, I think we lost Karen. Let's see if we can get her back really quickly. See if we can get Karen back. If we can't get Karen back, I want you to continue to join in on this series where we'll be talking to some of the ladies and the speakers and the coaches that are a part of the Melanated Self-Love Summit, and learn a lot about their journey and why they are a part of the summit and ready to help other women come to terms with loving themselves and help other women dig into how and what's important in loving themselves. We have a lot of great topics, a lot of great sessions, and we definitely want to see you there. And if you get your ticket in this month, you will be able to be entered to win some great prizes. We have some great prizes and swag that we are giving out. So definitely tune in. Okay, let's get Karen back. She is back. There we go. There you go.
I'm back.
I heard the space a little bit. I was like, where'd she go?
Girl,
Okay.
the technology is no joke, but I'm back.
Okay, all right. I see you're back. So, well, we only have one more question left, or one more thing left. So, the one, I want you to look into the camera and reach out to those women out there and tell them one thing that you would tell a woman who's struggling with self-love.
So, my one probably biggest piece of advice that I would give to you is to give yourself grace. You are doing much better, much more bigger things than you even think or imagine that you're doing. And you must give yourself grace to realize that the awesomeness that is you is already out there in this world. You have to begin to change the lens from which you are looking through so that you can see clearly who you truly are and the impact that you already are giving the world. Because it's not about the impact that's coming, it's the impact that you are making right now in the lives of those that are around you, in the lives of your customers, your clients, your students, whatever it is that you do. Give yourself the grace to sit back and really take stock of, you know what? I am making a difference. I am an awesome person. When you begin to recognize the nuggets that you are leaving for others, those gems that you are dropping, your self-love will begin to grow. And that all starts from a place of giving yourself grace.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, her word too any woman out there that is struggling with self-love is to give yourself grace. That is a great word. Grace, grace, grace. I had to learn to give myself grace, especially in this past year and becoming a new mom. Giving myself grace was very important because a lot of things were new to me, and I was so used to just going, 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 and that does not happen anymore. So I had to learn to give myself grace because I felt like I wasn't doing a lot when in really reality, I was doing a lot more than I was doing before. Just like Karen just said, you don't think that you're doing as much as you're doing, but you really are. So give yourself grace in the words of Karen Eason, and join us back again tomorrow as we talk with some more of the speakers and coaches that will be a part of the Melanated Self-Love Summit. We're doing a series all the way through the end of the month. And just comment, share, ask questions, and we'll definitely respond and get back to you. We love you. We want you to be successful, and we want you to embrace who you are authentically, confidently, and with lots of love for yourself. Thank you for joining me, Karen, and I will see you tomorrow or later this week. Well, no, tomorrow's Saturday. Yep. So I will
Yeah.
see you tomorrow.
Thank you for having me. This is so much fun. And Kamisha, thank you for putting this together. And this is your vision, and this vision will impact the world. You will not even know how much it happened.
Thank you. I will see you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.